Good day to you, my listeners. My name is Abiola Shitu. I'm from Southwest Nigeria. Omo Yoruba ni mi. I'm a Yoruba guy. So we're here today to learn Russian language, basically for beginners. So how did I get to learn Russian language? Well, I traveled to Belarus, just very close to Russia and Poland. So the language there was Russian. So I studied there for 2 years. So I was compelled to learn the Russian language. So I said, why not? So I did. Basically, I took classes in Russian and I got to know that Russian is not as difficult as we see it. Many people, you see Russian in movies and you like, like, oh, what are they saying? Basically, it's not so difficult. Whatever you want to learn in this life, it's just possible if you can try, if you can make efforts. So just like I did, I prayed and I studied, I learned, and right now I can speak Russian, and it has given me the opportunity to teach people, especially English speaking people just like me. So that's what I'm here to do today. So basically, I want to let you know that you can communicate in Russian language within weeks. So Russian language is not something so difficult. It's not gonna take you forever to learn this language. So we'll begin with the Russian alphabets. Uh, Basically, Russian alphabets, they are not very similar to the English alphabet that we're already used to, but they're a few similarities. A few similarities. So what we'll be doing right now, we'll be learning the sounds. So as you can see on my screen, we can see letter ha. So right now, I'll be going through the sounds. The sound. So I'll start with this A that looks like the English A. Exactly, it's the English A, and in Russian it is A as well. So I'll be going ahead and reading to you the sounds. A, B, V, G, D, E. So I'll stop there for now. Can we see the second letter I read was B? That's the Russian B. Then you would find something tricky. You can see the letter B, but I did not say B for the third letter, which is the English B. I did not say B. The sound is V. The sound is V. But it's written as B in English, but in Russian the sound is B. Is V, not B. So we said A, B, V, G, D, E. So I'm going to go again. A, B, V, G, D, E. And then we have yo, J, Z, I, K. So I'm going to go through that again. Yo, J, Z, I, K. So the first letter here is yo. You can see the E with two dots. It's nothing tricky. Just that's the sound. Basically, just focus on memorizing the letter and the sound. So that's what we want to focus on as beginners right now. To begin perfectly. So the yo, J, Z. You can see this Z. It looks like 3. It is Z. It's almost like Z, but we write it like it's 3. So Z. Then the next one E. It's like H in English, but the sound is E. Then we see the next one is also E, but it's having a little dot on top of it. That's a bit of a difference. So they are different letters, but they have the same sound. So E, and we see the K. I told you earlier that as compared to English alphabet, there are some Russian letters that have similarities with English alphabetical letters. So just like K now, in English is K and the sound is K. In Russian as well, it's K and the sound is K, K, K. So going to the third line right now. L, M, N, O, P, R. So let's go through this third line. The first letter is L, M, the second M, and the third N, fourth O, fifth P, and sixth R. So let's go through these alphabetical letters. The M is M, as we can see, it's just like it is in the English language. Then we see something tricky here. We see H, but the H sound is N. It is N. In English, H is the usual H, but in Russian, this H represents N, which is the N sound, N. So what you want to do right now to help you comprehend this language properly is you get a book, you get a piece of paper. You get a piece of paper and you write down these letters and their sound. So I'll be giving to you such material where you have the sounds and the alphabetical letter already translated. So you want to put that down and memorize that. So going forward, we would read the third line again, the alphabetical letters in the third line. L, M, N, O, P, R. Something tricky here is that the letter P that we know, that we're used to in English, is out here as P, but the sound is R, R. And something over here that looks like P, that looks like N, that looks like N, has a P sound, P, P, P. So basically, these are the similarities where we have to focus on so we don't get this wrong, so we don't get it confused. So the one that looks like N, the sound is P, and the P is R sound. So going to the fourth line, S, T, U, F, H, T, S, T, U, F, H, T. So going over these alphabetical letters, we can find something tricky again. The C, as we know in English language, is here, but the sound is S. So we have to notice that difference. It's a total difference from what we already know. So the C has a sound S. And this T, as I said, there are some similarities. So this T is similar to English T. The T is sound T. But now we see the English Y, the English alphabetical letter Y, but here in Russian language, it's sound U. Sound U. So we have to notice that. Then we see the next alphabetical letter. It's like an A sign. This is a different kind of sign, but the sound is F, 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 like F, like the English F. F, F. Then we notice another difference here. The next alphabetical letter, X in English, X. But in Russian, the sound of this letter is H, 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 as an H-A, H, H. Then the next letter is T. It's looking like U with a little bit of tail. It's T, T. t, t. So we're going on to the next, and we have something that looks like Y, but it's not Y. So we're going to go through the sounds. Ch, sh, sh. Silent. We call this mekiznak. Then the next letter, Ö, Ö. Silent. Again. And E, U, yeah. So let's go over the fifth line again. And ch, sh, sh. Silent. Ö, silent. And the last line, E, U, yeah. So going over the fifth line again, we could see the letter looks like Y, but it's not Y. The sound is ch. And we can see something like W, but it's not W. In Russian, it is sh. And the next one, the W with the tail, is sh as well. And this is a silent. The next letter is silent. And this letter that is almost looking like B and high, or some people might say 61. It's sound Ö, Ö. Sound Ö. And the next one is silent. The next letter is E, U. The next letter after E is U. And the next one here that is looking like har, turn to the other side, is called ya. The sound is ya. So going through this over again, we have ch, sh, sh, silent, Ö, silent, and E, U, yeah. So once again, I would implore that you go through the material which is on the screen, so you can have the Russian alphabet written, and also the sounds next to them. But you have to memorize this. You really have to memorize this, because when you memorize this, then this helps you in comprehending the sound of Russian alphabet, and that's how you can move forward to pronouncing words in Russian. So this is where we'll end today's class. But before we go, shortly we will be learning new words in Russian. New words in Russian. So our first word here today is привет. Привет. Okay, so what does привет means? This привет means hello. Hello. That's what you say when you meet people. You just want to say hi. You just want to say hi. It's привет in Russian. Привет. Привет. You don't say hi. If you say hi, they're just going to look at you like, what? They're just going to give you that look like, what's this one saying? Like if you go to Russia and you're in the Moscow city and you're like, hi. I'm not saying there are not people that speak English, but when you're in a Russian-speaking surrounding, you might want to exercise the Russian language. That gives a lot of help. Helps you to communicate. So the word again is привет, which means hello. And the next word we're going to be learning is spasiba. 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 This means thank you. This means thank you. Spasiba. Spasiba. Spasiba means thank you. Means thank you. Okay, so also another word that we'll be learning here is yes. And this is da in Russian language. Da. When you say da in Russian language, it means yes. And there are a lot of slangs to it. You can hear da 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 da. That's the Russian people thing. So da, that means yes. And when we say нет in Russian language, нет, Нет. That means no, no, no. So like in Russian, if you're gonna say like, "Oh, do you have ice cream?" Russians will say, "У вас есть ice cream?" Say, "Da, da." That means yes, there's ice cream. So, but we sorry about the Russian language. We'll get to it, and you would understand, and you could speak like me. This is our goal for this class. So, the last word we'll be learning today is paka. 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 As you can tell from my expression, paka means bye. Paka means bye. So this is where when we're around Russian-speaking people and we would like to cut our conversation, and let them know we have to go home. We have a Russian slang, and it's like this. So I'm gonna teach you the slang. It's called paka paka, paka paka, paka paka. That means bye bye, paka paka. So we're going to express that to end today's class. So you can say that, you can repeat that to yourself right now. Paka paka, and let's pretend I'm listening to you. Paka paka, paka paka. So I'll see you in the next class. So I would implore you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also invite your family and friends, to learn this Russian language. If you have to travel to Russia, to Belarus, to different Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, to different Russian-speaking countries, and you would like to practice your Russian language, it's a very great thing to, it's a wonderful skill to have, to be able to communicate in Russian language. And if you follow our classes, I can assure you that you would be able to speak and communicate in Russian language within weeks. So I would love to see you in the next class. Thank you, and bye-bye. Пока-пока.